live. We are live. Hey, this is our first time. You know what? We should have had confetti. Hey, everybody. This is us.
Well, I'm going to start ripping off paper and just...
I think I am too. I'm going to start doing it up and just tossing it. And really? Jesus. Okay. So people right now are watching us going, why did we tune into this? This is so weird. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Heroes 101, formerly radio. And now we are Heroes 101, just because we're not radio anymore, because you can see us, because on the radio.
Heroes 101 killed the radio star?
Oh, okay. Bug.
There's something in there. I don't know.
Bug, you have to put that together in some kind of amazing fun. Hey, guys. Welcome to Heroes 101. Now, if you've been a long-time listener, this is totally new for you, because it's totally new for us too, right? I'm not even sure where to look. I think the camera's right there. But here we are. We love this format. And you know what? Bear with us. This is our very first broadcast like this. So woo! You get to see our faces. That's right. We look nothing like you thought we looked like if you didn't meet us.
I mean, I think right now Bug and I are pretty much on par with
right? Guys, Heroes 101 is real quick about superheroes for superheroes. And even if you're not a superhero, don't click off. We teach you how to live a superhero life. That doesn't mean we teach you how to jump off a building. That means we teach you
what? That was actually
I know everybody's out. That's it. We teach you how to live a safer, happier, healthier
how to
life.
Jump off building.
See, I screwed up. Sorry.
This is great. Now I have props for all my stupid jokes.
You do. You have props. We could. You know what? We've got props galore, and this is our first show. Wait till we progress. With me is my amazing, right down there, co-host. I think he goes that way in the. Yeah. We have no idea what this is like to you. Right. It is my co-host from all the way from Florida. Well, tonight it's not Florida.
Tonight it's Georgia,
because he's traveling for work. Impact! Woo! Yay! Oh, you know what I'm really gonna miss? I'm gonna miss. We usually, when we were NightBug Radio. Oh, that's weird. When we were Heroes 101 Radio, NightBug used to have a soundboard, and he'd give us all those fun sound effects. Bug, we're gonna have to hook something up to where you can hit a button on a sampler and it goes. You know, like that for our guests and stuff. So, and right there beside me is the quiet one is NightBug, our sound guy, but he's also part of our crew. So welcome. You know what? I'm going to take this off because really my gimmick is not Batgirl. I just thought it'd be really fun to have the first thing you see with Heroes 101, formerly radio. A Batgirl costume. By the way, somebody made this for me. Vector made this for me. It is, because you can't really find these everywhere, but it's a Batgirl mask that now is going to pull half my hair that he put together for me. Pretty cool, right?
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is, right? It's just like custom to my face.
That's awesome.
It is really awesome, but here's the real. This is my Clark Kent thing, okay, right here.
Her mask is the opposite of my mask.
It is Clark. Hey, so I am not sure where we go to find these comments. Oh, there we go. Comments. You know what? Hey. Okay. So we got Discordia in the house. Hey, Discordia.
Yes.
We got Ryan Rojas. You remember when Miss Rock and Roll interviewed? Yes, we interviewed you, and we are going to get a replacement soundboard. Johnny Vang, hey, lots of love to you. Hey, everybody saying hi. Hey, Brendan, you're not late, not at all. Don't even worry. And those of you watching, if you want to comment, you know, we made it so easy. It's just comment on Facebook, and then we look at them. And if you got questions or whatever. Awesome.
I'm setting it up right now so I can just see the comments.
Yeah, if you're watching us on YouTube, you cannot comment live from YouTube.
Yeah, guys, we are streaming it to YouTube, so we'll have them, you know, just like all the other ones we had before on Blog Talk Radio. They're all archived, like 9 years worth of Heroes 101 Radio is archived there, but we're going to have these archived on YouTube. So, yay, there you go. When I said that we help you live a safer, happier, healthier.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, is Jack on there too?
Yep, that's one of my teammates from St. Pete in the Big
Hey,
Garden.
sweet. Asriel's on there. Hey, Asriel. Hello. Hey. Oh my God, video. Yes. Z, we have to thank you. It's your fault. Well, it's your doing that we are now on video because he kept saying you guys need to be doing video because they've got a show called Ultra Normal and it'll be on tomorrow night if Z wants to broadcast from Malibu, by the way, because he's vacationing right now in Malibu. It's a work vacation thing. So maybe Bug and I are supposed to be on that show tomorrow night. We'll see. We'll see if that happens. I'm only saying
I might
that.
actually watch it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I actually really like the show. The main reason I don't keep up with it is for me, I'm much more of a podcast listener than a YouTube watcher, which is part of why I was kind of resistant at first to go into this is I listen to podcasts when I'm in the car, which especially when I'm doing these work trips is today was 11 hours in the car.
Holy merd.
I mean, most, moving around a truck, but so I've always been very big into podcasts over YouTube. So I have to be in a space where I can actually sit down with a screen with something playing it while I'm doing my other work.
Right.
To actually watch it.
Right.
It's hard for me to just. And usually at the end of my 10 or 11 hour days, I don't want to watch YouTube.
Speaking of a 10-hour day, you're in a hotel room right now, right?
I am. I'm in a long-term stay. I've been here for a week and a half. I've got another 3.5, maybe.
To go? Because I was going, that art behind you is cute, but you can tell it's not your art. It's hotel art.
It's actually, it's for a hotel. I mean, I've been in this same hotel 2 other times, and I think I like this one the best.
You made it yourself.
He made it himself.
Sure.
Bug, it is so weird for you to talk and link, please. Okay, Z, you are saying link, please. Oh, to the Ultra Normal podcast. Is that what you're talking about? We will. Let's see. We'll put up a link. In fact, if Bug wants to write it somewhere, we will put it up on the screen. And hey, Tanya, and then that. In fact, if you guys go to Heroes 101 on Facebook, just put in Heroes 101 Radio. Facebook.com/Heroes101. We're going to have links to everything we talked about. We do that every week. So anything we mentioned. All right, Z, what?
He
says
no.
Call in.
So he can call in.
All right, I'll tell you what.
Maybe we don't want you to call in, Z. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, maybe we don't like you.
Maybe if we wanted your input, we would have given you a link.
I am doing the link right now. I'm going to send it. The only thing I can do, Z, is send it to your Facebook so that you can call in. And while I'm doing that, guys, why don't you let them know what the heck we're talking about tonight?
Yeah. So as the last few shows have all kind of come from me going through something, being like, we need to have a show about this. Tonight is no different. The general idea with tonight's show is talking about, it's kind of about confrontation. And specifically, when is it worth it? I don't mean like the dude angry. I don't mean like someone angrily on the street yelling racist things at someone else and stepping in there. I'm talking about like when you're with your coworker who's talking about how they mention someone is I can't even think of something to say. They say something that's like that basically racist or sexist or just fucked up. And just how to deal with that. And when's it worth actually engaging in the argument and when isn't it? When is that political argument worth going into? Because, and that applies to being online as well. If anyone knows Dusk Citizen, Stephen Fontaine, he's recently been posting about how people have been coming at him for stuff and how he's just been having to kind of disengage from the whole thing, which is understandable. So it's kind of just about our personal thoughts on that stuff. Obviously, make me louder. I will talk as loud as I can.
Yeah, I don't really have control over that, so it's up to Impact to do that. So
I'll try and talk louder, I guess. Oh hey Z.
Oh,
what's up, buddy?
Oh God.
Oh my God, Becky.
You just talking here.
Talk
to my chest. Talking to my chest.
I can talk, but I can't hear.
We know
so
that you guys are
saying things, and I will not receive those.
So we're on the Walk of Fame right now. I don't know if y'all see that. We're on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at the moment.
Nice.
Whose star is that behind you?
A shortcut.
No. Whose star are you standing behind or in
I
front
don't
of?
fucking know. What the fuck do I care?
Jesus Christ.
Why do you show us that? Why do you tease us with that when you're not going to show
No,
us?
wait. No, wait. No, wait.
Turn
Shut the fuck up for a second. Listen.
I'm
We
hanging
got, hold on. Don McNeil. Wait. Kerry Wilson. I don't know these fucking people. Carmen Cavallero. Gloria Swanson. I don't fucking know
Gloria
who these are.
Swanson. Come on. You got to know who Gloria Swanson is.
Fuck, I don't know a fucking Swanson from a Swanson. George Montgomery, Marie Wilson,
Okay.
Cass Daly. I don't know these fucking people. What the fuck do I know about fucking shit? I don't know shit about shit. Okay?
All right. For those of you who are going, who is this guy? This is our teammate. This is a real life superhero, Jack. Well, no, we're gonna Z. Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Shortcut. Z is usually in New York, but today he is
Shortcut.
in Malibu. And right in front of him is Shortcut. Shortcut is another real life.
Come here.
Hi, Shorty. Hey, guys. So what you guys are looking at, people who don't know, Shortcut, Shortcut's an actor too. So you have seen him in Agent Carter. You were in Agent Carter, right, Shorty?
I was, but I actually don't really act or anything anymore. I do props now.
Oh,
so like,
awesome.
Oh.
It's you're getting me with like tired brain. My brain is like barely working. It's on. I guess it's on like 5%.
Drink your coffee.
I just did. I drank it all already.
Drink more of it. You can drink some of mine.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna dorks. Okay, so I'm gonna have you say whatever you want to say to us, and then we're gonna get back into, because our whole discussion tonight is about when to get into an argument. When to engage. Why?
Okay, so it's pretty simple, guys. Real quick, I'm going to take over for a second. Back to me. So basically, arguments are only useful when you're talking about something that is A, life or death, B, someone's safety, or C, kind of a wider issue that, like, if you don't cover the base issue, like the larger tendrils of that issue are going to spread into something in the community that is going to make you wish you had. Otherwise, if you're talking about social style, the way people talk, it's not really fucking worth it. It's best to just block those people. So that's really like, what was that, like 15 seconds? Oh, look at this shit. Look at this bullshit. L. Ron fucking Hubbard. L. Ron fucking Hubbard.
Dude, you should go to Clearwater, Florida. They own that town there.
Oh,
they basically own Clearwater.
Okay, but here's a good lesson. Don't engage. Don't go in there and engage. You want to. Don't do it. So
you're talking to like the king of like burning people with language, like with talking shit to people. Like basically, I'm like the guy that originally like just took every ounce of my fucking energy and just ripped into people on the internet. It's not worth it. Like you don't win anything. Obviously, sorry, my earpiece keeps falling out. Obviously, like 10 years later, nothing has been solved. No one that we're dickheads have ever left the community. So don't waste your time on people that are just like social style.
Good points, and we're going to hit all that. Those are good if you want to just break it down to that, and we're going to talk about why that is. Why do people engage, and why do what can we do when we're faced with the choice to engage and not engage and stuff. But awesome, we have other people that want to call in, guys. I'm going to let Impact get back on. He was actually starting his thought, and I wanted you guys to call in because I know you guys are busy and you're not going to be able to stay on for the whole show.
Right?
So,
yeah. We might call again. We're on the way back in the road to Malibu, so we might call again.
We'll be here for an hour and a half, so feel free.
Cool.
Call on back. All right,
cool.
Thanks.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Okay, love you. Bye.
So, just because it just popped up, Discordia commented, "Look at what was going on with me with nonsense recently. I cut him off again. I gave him too many chances." And yes, that is exactly what we're talking about. There was a person that I'm not going to name names because I tend not to do that. But there was a person who, had repeatedly kind of burned bridges within the RLSH community, like freaking out at people. And Discordia, being the very kind person that they are, would give this person chances. And this person decided to go off again on them for no fucking reason. I saw the post. It was something about like, you didn't wish me a happy Easter. It's like, bro, I mean, granted, I'm Jewish, so it doesn't affect me. But I did text people to wish them happy Easter, but only people that I'm close with. Like, and then I just made a post like, hey, happy Easter to everyone who celebrates it. Like, I do that with Christmas. I do that with all the I do it with Ramadan or whatever holiday that I know is happening. But I'm not going to go and individually text 900 people on Facebook, happy Easter. Like,
right,
exactly. Like that. And so Discord did the right thing and like tried to explain. And then when this person wasn't listening, they blocked him, which is the thing, and because I've often gone back and forth with like, oh, should I pick this fight? Should I get mad? Should I say something? And I'm like, no, you know what? No, because I think one of the things that really breaks it down for me is, so I'd like to ask, like the things I kind of ask myself, like, if I engage, what's the outcome? Do I think that if I make a good enough argument, this person is going to change their mind? And I don't know, 8 times out of 10, probably not.
Right.
Sometimes they do. And if they do, and if you think, or rather, not even if they do, if you think they might, that might be a time it's worth engaging in an argument. But if you know that, Uncle Jimmy, who's kind of referred to the Mexicans down the street as those, I can't even get myself to say the word. Some word that I don't want to say.
Oh,
some
yeah.
S word that I don't want to say.
Yeah.
Or a B word that I don't want to say. Like, no matter what you say to them, you can say, hey, man, like, you can't say that. You shouldn't use slurs against people. Well, I'm not trying to do it out of hate. Doesn't matter. It's something they still don't like. Yeah, but I don't mean anything by it. Yeah, but you still shouldn't say it. But I don't mean, if that's going to be the argument, don't do the argument. Like, theoretically, I would like to assume most of the people we know on Facebook most of the people we engage on Facebook we know. Obviously, there's public posts, and then it's the random person. And if you want to dunk on someone, fine. We've all done it. Rock's done it. I've done it. I'm pretty sure I've seen Bug do it. Like, it's fun once in a while.
Yeah. To that end, and like I see comments like Edmund is saying, don't spend emotional labor. That's absolutely true. Why are we spending? We only have a finite amount of energy. Why are we spending it there? And Z is saying blocking is useful. It's a tool. That's absolutely true. Yeah. Johnny Vang is saying, think of the outcome. Now, you know what? I want to say, let me do this. Why am I asking? We're the hosts here.
No.
Why do we do this? And yeah, I know, right? I'm taking my toys. I'm going home. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it even louder. No, wait, how do I do this?
Hello to sing.
Did you hear that?
Hello to sing?
You need to get one of these because it does this. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Are you not listening, Impact? This is actually like a little karaoke mic.
By the way, I don't know, Discordia. I don't know if the headphones are helping or not. I hope they are.
Yeah, we don't have control over that, so we're all trying to speak loud. I mean, I can hear Impact perfectly, so I'm not sure.
I always thought I was loud. I've been told I can't control the volume of my voice, but
yeah. That's
this is the real reason I agreed to do a video show. Was I wanted NightBug's Pietro Maximoff look on
right. I love that Pietro Maximoff look.
That was literally the thing that I said. There's a post. You posted it, and I said I will do the show for that.
Yeah, you did. Thank you very much. Okay.
As long as you're here.
I followed through.
And I'm glad we did. And the reason that this whole show came about, this particular episode, because it always feels like the universe wants us to do that. I know that sounds hokey. I don't give a fuck. Because it always seems like things align. You know, when you're on the right path, when there's all this synchronicity. And this topic came up. My sibling posted a Keanu Reeves meme. I freaking love. We'll have a show on what I went through to try to meet Keanu. Still haven't got close. Got like 2 blocks away. Show about that. I'm a Keanu fan. Anyway, and it was because he posted this really cool meme, and it showed Keanu in 3 different little panels, and it said, I'm at the point in my life where I avoid arguments. You tell me 1 + 1 = 5. Yup, you're absolutely right. Now, how many of us can walk away from that? All you guys right now that I'm looking at, you guys, I've seen all of you on the thing. Well, maybe not Johnny Bang. I haven't seen you argue with anybody, but maybe not Eddie.
So, here's the thing. There's a difference between being able to walk away and being able to walk away from everything. Because I think, and I'm going to humble brag, I think out of the RLSH, I have one of the best track records of disengaging from these fights.
You really do, and you kept me in line too, because I am half Filipino, and I don't know if people use those halves, but you should see my 23andMe. I am 40% Irish, and then there's Filipino, and then there's all this. We bitches like to argue. We're very passionate. NightBug, I swear to God, if you say anything, be quiet. But yeah, so we don't walk away from fights, and you know what? It does no good, but Impact is always the one. We have more conversations offline, Impact, right? I think than we do offline.
Yeah.
And we're like,
we never talk.
Should we do this?
We'll comment on each other's stuff once in a while, but it's mostly like us talking to each other about stuff. But so I was gonna say, the point was, I think I have a pretty good track record. But even I, of course, I can't leave everything because I'm a person with feelings, and eventually I get pissed off enough. I'm like, you know what?
No, you don't.
That was literally that. No, I do, because I called you on Saturday annoyed, and that's why we made the show this way.
That's
because
right.
I told you that I finally was like, I said something like my coworkers were like saying something about the vaccine, and I got so pissed off. They were saying something about like, oh, you know, well, I don't know what we could have done more. I don't know. Actually shut down? Well, I mean, that didn't work. New Zealand has no cases. Yeah, but that's different.
It's
how is it that? And
that was a Friday. That was different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. So what, we do it, and if any of you who are watching right now have ever spent like time, when I say time, maybe an hour, 2 hours, maybe a whole day, literally going back and forth every time you get a notification that someone responded to your online argument because you just couldn't stop arguing. You actually had to go back and finish because you feel like you're going to win. Like we all keep saying, there's no winners. George Bernard Shaw has one of my favorite quotes. It says, "Never wrestle with pigs. You both get dirty and the pig likes it."
Though I will say Z did make a good point in the comments, which was you said basically the argument a lot of times is for the observer. And that's true. But it's all going to be situational. And like, if you're arguing on one of my posts, only my friends can see it. Most of the people that are on my friends list are people that I like and trust because I'm purposely keeping it very small. So the only people that if there's that one douchebag, you're not really arguing for any audience at that point because all the audience is probably already on your side. Yeah. That said, if you're on Twitter or on a public Facebook post, that's, I think, a good time. That's an okay time to I don't know if it's good. It's an okay time to get into it because, like, there's a lot of people who are looking at it and reading it. Because there are times where I'll be on a post on one of those platforms, and I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. I never thought of it that way. So, like, there is merit. It's just, but, like, if you're like what I was in, and you and your coworkers are out drinking beers by the truck in front of the hotel because that's what you do when you're a field worker.
That's what I do.
That's all these guys do every night. Like I know if I'm like I want a beer and I don't have anything in my room, I go down to the truck and I know they'll give me something.
Exactly.
But like when I'm with those guys, I know like the argument's not going to help me. It's going to piss me off because I've done it a couple times, like when I just can't take it anymore, and it's never left me feeling happier. I mean, sometimes I'm like, at least I got to say my piece, and instead of just sitting there going, yep, oh yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Which is it's annoying, but sometimes you just got to eat shit and do it. Like that's what it feels like. Right. I'm just like
but you know, it's a tool. Okay, so let's talk a second about why the compulsion, why we do this. Verbal debate has been around for generations, and you should check out this Wired. I love Wired magazine, love it. How to stop getting into pointless arguments online, and we'll put a link again, Heroes 101, our Facebook page. But Wired magazine has this article, and from it was saying that online who you can argue with is not limited by who you can see in person or even by who you know. We are addicted to the dopamine. We can argue anytime we want, morning, noon, and night. And it's not like how we used to argue with people in person. When you're at a party and you're arguing with someone, you know that it's only going to go so far, right? Because you're not going to punch somebody out at a party, right? Well, hopefully not. Come on.
Maybe.
But you also
we're going to de-escalate at a part.
Right, you're going to de-escalate. That's the thing. Online, you maybe not know the person, but even if you do know the person, like C was saying, it's for the audience. You're trying to look like a badass, but you know what? You didn't. And I know because I'm always thinking, I've got the stuff. I have to point this out. We become a society where the most respected people are the people who have the snappiest, rudest comebacks. Think about that. And that is so sad. That says so much about us. You disagree, Thomas Strange?
Fuck you, Thomas Strange.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
So, you know, we've got Edmund saying, engage only if you have the bandwidth for it. If you're losing sleep or in real life mad, back off and practice self-care. Yes. You know what? Don't take out every fucking bad day you just had in a week off on this one person that you're arguing with, even if you don't know them, you know, and you're thinking, I'll never see them again for the rest of my life. You never know. But even if you think you're not, why did you just spend all your energy there? Sometimes it's fun. We're not talking to people who only do it once in a great while and it's fun. You get stuff every time. This is, if you find yourself engaging at least once a week, Fontaine. Yes, Dusk, I'm talking to you. But Dusk has fun doing it. Dusk is a life superhero.
Yeah.
Dusk loves doing it. So
when I do it, it actually like it raises my anxiety level. Like I don't.
It does.
That's part of the reason. That's actually part of the reason that I'm good at not getting into arguments is because I don't feel good doing it. I don't enjoy it. There isn't dopamine. I'm just like
right. Exactly.
Jesus, so I gave him the link. He's gonna keep calling in.
That's right. That's right.
God,
no, I just want to pop back in because we're in the car now and we're not walking around on Hollywood Boulevard. So I just want to pop back in and say you kind of have to know how to hack a human mind in order to like understand how to free yourself from an online argument and personal argument as well. Like you have to understand that people have different motivations. So when you're talking to somebody, the motivation might not even be the issue that you're talking about. It might be literally just to dominate you. Okay?
Yeah.
Like me, when I talk shit online, it's like a fucking fly. I don't give a shit. Like I think I look at it this way. Like I'm talking to people that are listening. I'm talking to people that are listening to the conversation because they're completely new to what we're talking about. I'm obviously Rock, Bug, Impact. We get a lot of messages that say, "Hey man, like I like what you said here. I like what you're doing here. I'm really inspired by it. And what you said here was really impactful to me. Like it was really profound to me. And I don't like that shit doesn't affect me anymore. But like, if you have any kind of empathy, you have to understand that it affects them.
Yeah,
it does. It does. Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: do you think that because I heard from an FBI, I didn't hear personally, but an FBI agent whose specialty is hostage negotiation, always got the perpetrators to really think about what they're asking for just by asking them one thing. How do you want me to do this? It's and what do you want? You know, how can I make this happen for you? Now, when we're having an argument, are we really doing it with humanity? Are we going, what's the purpose of this argument? Does anybody ever stop and go, why am I arguing with this person? Because right.
Yeah, no, that's
right.
That was one of the first points I was kind of trying to make was you say like what's going to happen if I make this argument? That's like what's the purpose? Why is it going on?
Yeah, you have to consider what their motivation is. Like if they're trolling, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if they're legit trying to figure out a really like some kind of simple tenet or like value in life, you've got to stop and take time. You know, you've got to.
Yeah, like so I had like a success story version of it, which is it was on Twitter and someone said some comment like I think it was to a woman, and I kind of called him out on it. And like he went back and forth for a couple rounds, and then he said, you know what, you're right. You know, I shouldn't have said that, and I'm sorry. And then he messaged me.
I love that.
To apologize. I'm like, and it gave me like a huge hope. I'm like, and I even said like, you're awesome. Like you're a great person.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad you were able to learn something. Like,
well, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, because you're putting out this great point, and I'm really people really need to hear it, because you know what you do is that you actually comment with humanity, and I see that you do that a lot. You find you come from a place of acknowledging your common humanity, and lots of us don't do that. Because has anybody ever changed anybody's mind with a scathing argument, with a scathing remark? Have you ever changed anybody's mind?
Yes.
You have. Shut up.
No, okay. No, because when I have arguments with people, I might be a little bit insulting if they're trying to be trolls, but a lot of times I'm also like, if they stop and suddenly like switch tacks, I'm like, okay, you're trying, so I'm gonna stop being insulting to you, and we're gonna go a different route. And
but
it's
that's
happened,
not
like,
you using scathing comment. That's you being empathetic to them after.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No, I was scathing before they decided to go a different tact. When they realized that maybe they were being honest. You know, honestly, I have to admit though, it's probably because of reputation a little bit.
I think that's kind of an exception proving the rule thing. More,
Yeah.
like,
I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck about my rep, but other people do for some reason. So I guess
you've been around for a while.
Yeah, you
were on the website. You were in the documentary. That's a lot.
You have a big mouth. That's what it is. Jesus Christ.
You might think that like Good Samaritan, you know, who one of my best friends, he was on the website. He doesn't think anything about himself, but like people will ask him things because he was on the website. Like that's RLSH. A lot of RLSH don't have a clue.
I know. I get
Good Samaritan still.
Yeah, Good Samaritan's a cool guy now.
Yo, Good Samaritan's like he and I go out like
no, for real. No,
he's my best friend.
Okay,
no,
for those of you,
GS.
for those of you hearing these names, Good Samaritan, Short. These are all. Remember, you're listening to Heroes 101, real life superhero names.
So DJs,
and I would say this to GS's face, but me and GS used to disagree on some shit because GS was very religious and I was not.
He was open about that.
Back and he has actually redeemed himself. And he has come to a lot of us and said, I was wrong on a lot of things. And it's respectful. I really think GS now. He's a good friend.
GS could do a master class in how to like come back and redeem
good
yourself.
Point. That's a good point. Let's talk about that for a second, because do you feel better when you fucked with someone online and said sometimes it's fun, but honestly, do you feel better? Or when you actually can connect, don't you feel better when you've actually connected? It's kind of ethereal. I hate to say it really is. It feels otherworldly. It feels like higher level shit. And it's a good tool to hone, because a lot of us do you feel better? Yeah. Because for me, I feel 100% better when it doesn't. Last year, biggest year to argue in the history of life online last year, right before the election. Everybody was divided, right? I don't think I pulled anybody over to my side. I just let out a lot of hate on people. Big waste of time. And I know you guys did too. This year, it feels better. It feels a little like we're healing. And don't you guys feel like when you connect, it's a healthier version of you.
I'm a little burnout. Probably not.
All right.
Sorry.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Hey James, what's up, nerd? But yeah, it's for me. I feel like this is definitely a skill. This is a skill that we need to hone. And like I said, I think we're all so busy trying to learn to be badasses and have the best one-liner that we're not going, hey, what's a better de-escalation thing?
So,
because really,
it's just not that serious to me anymore. Like online stuff, like arguments online, I've been in so many times that like I'm literally like, I'm gonna drop the knowledge, I'm gonna fucking bail. I'm gonna drop the knowledge, I'm gonna bail. I don't give a shit. Like if you decide to be like a human being, I'm gonna stop and talk to you because that's empathy. But like, if you're being a douchebag enough for me to say the shit that I'm saying, I'm gonna drop the knowledge and fucking bail. Bye.
yeah, you know.
So if you want a good, so here's what I like to do, and it's really what's kept me like kind of grounded in a lot of this stuff is, when I see an argument, instead of going like, even when I'm pissed off, I usually go in with like something along the lines of like, I'll ask straight up, ask the person, what was the point of saying that? What are you looking to accomplish right now? Or I'll ask him, what do you mean? What are you trying to say right now?
But then you're psychologically brain hacking. Like you're trying to hack a brain, and like a lot of these guys don't respond well to that. They're like, "What do you mean? I'm just saying what I'm saying."
And I'll be like, "What? Explain.
Just
explain what you're telling me." And like, it doesn't work all the time, but every so often you get that person who like has to go back and think about what they're saying, and it works. Yeah. If you're gonna get the person who's never gonna listen, they're not gonna listen. They're not gonna think about it no matter what. If they're the kind of guy who's gonna be like, or sorry, let's be real. If they're the kind of person who might be like, so what? Who might like start saying, well, but, and starts thinking about it as they're trying to restate it. That's how that person might be able to be reached. So, and it's kept me not out of arguments, but kind of like
it's incremental work. Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of kept me next to arguments.
Now, old school has a good point.
Do it. Don't fucking do it.
You cannot engage. Don't you can just not engage. And that it's funny because Edmund says I love trolling if the person is intractable. So it's like sometimes if you got nothing, you just go.
Bro, we fucking tag team on people though, for real, man.
You guys do, and it's
I see
scary,
that all the time.
Right?
It's
God.
Here comes Ed with the chair.
We clashed. Back in the day, we clashed, and he was right and I was wrong. Let's just be real. I'm gonna be real. He was right and I was wrong.
Yeah. Hey, so Gray's on here saying I've definitely had people say, "Sorry, you're right. I didn't realize what I was saying could be taken that way." Gray. So
Braylon?
Gray
Zach. Yeah. Great. Zach.
Oh, Gray. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So if you've had people say that, I'm still learning. I'm learning from all you guys. Okay, I'm the one here, the bad example who doesn't know how to disengage. And it's funny because out on the street, swear to God, I am the biggest de-escalator out on the street you'll ever see. I am so nice.
You gotta put it somewhere.
But here online, it's so stupid, right?
We gotta do it. Listen, we gotta do a pee-pee before we hit the road. So we're gonna get off there. Goodbye.
Enjoy your pee-pee.
That's what she said. Goodbye. Thanks, guys. Love you.
Pee-pee time. Pee-pee time. Goodbye.
Hey.
Bye. But let's see. It takes as long as they're not talking about 9 Inch Nails. Yes, I will argue. You don't like 9 Inch Nails. It's on. It takes a real person to swallow their pride and admit their faults or mistakes. Johnny, you know what? That's true because especially if we're gonna, try to teach people how to be real life superheroes. That's a huge thing, right? Because we represent this community, and there is a community. And if we're out there engaging every single fucking time, what are we showing people? That we don't know how to disengage, that we don't know how to de-escalate. Like I said, I know how to de-escalate. I am the one you want out on the street with you when it comes to de-escalation. I really need to apply that more here, and it's been better. It's been getting better. I've realized that people don't really need my opinion. And
I've noticed that actually. I've noticed that you get in it less, which is good. Listen, it's not like that's not me indicting your character. obviously, I think very highly of you.
Yeah. All right.
Obviously, I think a lot about you. I've been wrong before.
I'm fucking with you.
Listen, I can admit when I've been wrong, all right?
Yes, you can. And I'm learning because I'm wrong quite often. Maybe I just don't want to say it so often. I'm so wrong.
I think part of it is when you're wrong a lot, you learn to admit it.
Right? Oh, God. Okay, so Brennan is saying and by the way, Bernardi, yes, we didn't want to hear Zero talk about PP either. So that was, but hey.
First time for everything.
Saying real uphill if they're intoxicated and angry. And yes, so a lot of us do patrols, right? We do those patrols and when I say patrols, we don't think we're the cops, just in case there's somebody on here going, who the fuck? We go on these safety neighborhood watch things where we just help people get home safely. We administer first aid if we have to, whatever. If they're intoxicated and they want to fight, that's where your biggest de-escalation skills come in, and for me, why is it so different? Maybe one of you guys could answer. Why is it so different online than it is when I'm out there with a perfect stranger who's yelling in my face? I know why. Wait, I just realized I was just going to say I was a bouncer for 2.5 years. I was assistant head of security. Maybe that's why, because face to face, I know what can go down. Here, it feels like you're at an
nothing can go down online.
It's a low to no stakes game.
That's it. Exactly.
What are they going to do? Block me? Well, actually, that's not true. Depending on what you're doing when you're getting into an argument, you can get swatted, or there's all kind of nasty things.
Yeah, I mean, but the average person, the average mirrored sunglasses, bald-headed dude in a truck, avatar profile guy isn't going to know how to do that shit.
Right.
All they're going to do is
yeah.
Nice.
All they're ever going to do is
all they're going to do is well, you don't love America or some bullshit.
Right?
Like there's no stakes to that. There's none.
You don't love America.
No, exactly.
Well, what happened to the tolerant left?
Right? See, because keyboards don't hit. That's it. If keyboards could hit us in the face, we'd all be so much nicer.
Listen, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Wanted, but they hit someone pretty hard with the keyboard in that.
Okay, hitting with a keyboard. If we all could just, think about it. If we're all so brave online. The thing is, okay, I was going to get some stats because I know that there are stats where people have actually gotten into physical altercations that started online, and the person thought that I can talk all the smack I want. And then, so I know people personally who have gone to the person's town and was like, I am in your town right now. Do you want to carry this conversation on, face to face? So that's psycho. That's, but you never know. And you never know, though, who are you messing with online? They could just go, you're the person I'm snapped now. You're the person I'm going to beat up in person because, I don't have anything better to do. You fucked up. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's true, though. Like, I think, well, part of it is, you've brought this up before when talking about meeting RLSH in person. Who you are online is different than who you are in person, because online there's no nuance, there's no facial expression, there's no tone,
no inflections,
and there's a delay in the conversation. If I say something like, I think purple hair is stupid, and you get pissed off at me, I don't have time to say elaborate it maybe on a point.
Rock's clutching her pearls at the purple hair comment.
Right? I don't have time to elaborate on the comments. I won't think to elaborate on it. But if we're in person and I say something like that, and you say, well, I think it's a form of my self-expression, and I can go, oh, and then the conversation, because it's happening in real time, you actually like you can actually like learn from each other's emotions.
Right.
But if you and I, if I say that and then you say, well, it's a form of my self-expression, a comment 3 hours later, and then I say, well, I feel like it's unprofessional an hour after that. You've been thinking about that first comment. You're pissed off from the first comment 4 hours ago, and it just builds up. So because there's no immediate, back and forth, I think that there's like the only aspect of the conversation that is in your head is the emotion behind it, which the anger or whatever, as opposed to actually hearing like the nuance of the point I might be trying to make. Because if I tried to type out everything I was saying, it would be like 4 sentences and it would be bland as shit. But because I'm talking, I can elaborate on what I mean, and yes, ramble a fuck ton. But at least I can. But it allows me to make my point with emotion, which you can't do online. I think I think that's a huge part of it. It's online. It's depersonalized.
Right. It's totally depersonalized. And do we really stop? And Brendan's saying you can't see me fact checking my argument as we go online. Are we? And again, if half of us stop to think, why are we arguing? Would we really? Is it just because we have nothing better to do? I think you are what you repeatedly do. That is paired with another saying that says, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Now, I know that sounds extreme, but if you really examine it, how you do that one thing is how you do everything.
With the first one, that I just heard something recently. It was on a podcast. Someone was like, back in my hometown, people would be like, well, Tom Hanks isn't really that nice. He's just acting like that he's just acting like that, for public image. And it's like, yeah, if you spend 40 years pretending to be nice, guess what? That's just nice.
That's true.
I mean, that's what being nice, for the record, that's what being nice is like, if I'm pissed off and upset and you say, hey, can you help me move? And I'm like, yeah, I can help you move. And I'm having a bad day, but I still have to do it. That's nice. Like, I'm still offering to do the nice thing,
Right.
So,
right.
So that's why I really like the, it's that first one you said, which I'm blanking on the actual phrase now because my brain broke.
Well, I'm wondering, see, with this, because if I were to tune into a show like that, yeah, we've covered a show like ours where we're talking about arguments and such. And we've covered, the compulsion, because there is the dopamine, there is you're able to do it anytime you want. What would we be telling people to, like if I tell you right now I have trouble with it, what's a really good suggestion? And I know we have stuff prepared to tell, our listeners, our audience, but we also, hey, you guys want to tell us, what suggestions would you have? Because right now, if I get off if I get off of the show and I go onto Facebook and some jagweed has said something hella rude, my blood pressure will go up and I'll really have to go, okay, are you going to do this now? Are you going to engage? And just because we have the show, I probably won't engage. But I'll tell you, when I'm tired, when it's been, I will engage the fuck out of that conversation. So what would you guys say to anyone who's suddenly, okay, now I'm going to really get in here and do this?
I'll tell you my super simple one. Take a breath. That's the advice I give literally for everything you do. I used to play flip cup in college. I was really good at it, and people would say, "How?"
Wait, flip cup? What's flip cup?
You never play flip cup where you drink a cup and you have to flip it? I was
no.
I was super good at it, and it's the same advice I used for the rest of my life. We used to play
beer
flip cup on the side of beer pong tables.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Yeah, ultimate players are crazy.
All right.
But
brutal.
The point was. That was the most prevalent, the most prescient thing I've ever come up with, which is just take a breath. It works for literally everything. When I'm doing a kata, like for a performance,
yes,
like I do my bow, I take a breath, I announce the kata, I take another breath, and then I go.
What's a kata, Impact?
A kata is a formalized series of moves, usually in a martial art. As almost like a demonstration or a technique. It's sometimes referred to as like almost like a martial art dance. It's a set group of things that you do for demonstrations or for belt promotions, things like that.
That's a great suggestion.
But it works for everything.
It does. Speaking of martial arts, because in case you guys didn't know, the three of us have been martial artists for decades. I think together we have like, how long have you been doing Impact? Like
21
years?
years?
Combined, it's older than any one of us.
81 years worth of martial arts combined right now.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
Never bring that figure up again.
That doesn't mean someone's 81 years old. It means that the three of us combined together have 81 years of martial art. Okay, so with that, Bug, I think we were discussing as a martial artist, what do you fight for? What the hell? Because you got to know. And that's a good thing, because if you don't know your own mission statement, if you don't know your own boundaries and your own what's in alignment with what your life is about, then you don't know what the fuck to fight for. So I think there was something we were studying, Bug, about what you fight for.
I don't know. You were trying to find a specific quote, but it had to do with, is it something you can replace? Then it's probably not worth fighting for. Was the gist that I recall.
There you go. So if it's not someone's safety, right? You can't replace that. So, but your ego is not. It's usually the ego. So toss in Thomas Strader's 30 years, then 111 fucking years worth.
Hey, wait.
20 years for Johnny Bang, too. Yep. Jeez. 131 now. We're going. Anybody else?
I'm sure the RLC community can get pretty high.
Now,
like a small number of us.
I'm going to put this up. Yeah. I'm going to put this comment up real quick here, because I've gotten a little bit. I think I've gotten a little better at stepping away. Sometimes I even write log comments and go, "What's the point?" I've done that. Then I'll delete it. Yep. That's a good.
That's a virtual breath right there. Yeah. Type out what you want to say and then give it like 10 seconds and then get rid of it, or maybe cut and paste it and see what you wanted to say later.
Now, only 10 for you. Only 10.
Only 10 for you. Shut up. So now we're at 141. But only 10, please. Even 1 year is better than none. Great. Yes, you and I will defend Little Nas to the death. And here's another thing. Okay, so let's talk about what you could argue about. Sort of. When you're fighting with your family, because raise your hand if you lost any family last year, or friends, really close friends, from fighting because of all the you're either supporting Trump.
Oh, because of that? No.
Because of that, fighting because of Trump.
I was like, this could get rough for a second.
Yeah. Oh, no. Losing friends. Yeah, let's not. Yeah, that's. Anyway. And here's why. There are things you should fight for, but it depends. It depends. And like I said, that whole fight with humanity. So it's not even really fighting. It's like debating. But when it comes to things like, we have a family member who we don't see anymore because they called the BLM movement a bunch of terrorists.
That's almost exactly what happened with me.
Right. So for us, it's worth going. We can't, unless we find that, and we've tried, because first they started with the Colin Kaepernick kneeling, and then, you know what I mean, it moved on to this, why are they protesting at all? And so it's obvious that the problem lies with the skin color of the people doing what they were doing. So with that, that's where we are gonna, and I did engage with that person because I wanted them to know online, you cannot do this. We're supposed to be family. My family is part black, motherfucker. You don't say things like that. You don't do this. You should not be supporting who you're supporting. So that's worth fighting for. And unfortunately, even if that fight, there's no winners, but there is a clear boundary now. There is a clear boundary. So if we do see each other at family reunions, this person knows I cannot go there anymore. Yeah. So that's a good reason to fight, I think. I don't know, call me crazy,
No, I posted something about, it happened on a couple different Facebook posts, like about pro BLM stuff and saying something angry about Trump. And a buddy who's friends with, a guy who's friends with both my brother and I from college started posting stuff. And my brother and I would have like conversations, and he was like, my brother's engaged. He's like, I was going to invite him to the wedding. I don't know if I feel comfortable anymore. And I said, like, don't not invite him because of me getting into a fight with him, because I'll still get along with him. Like, I'm just pissed at him.
Well, Edmund says,
and he's like, I didn't feel right inviting him in the end, anyways. But
okay, because
but like,
Edmund is saying sometimes you try a little hard to achieve empathy with family, and that's
or close
true.
Friends, and
close friends. But if they've taken a hard line, and there is, there's no going back from that. We can't. With Nas represents gay, black. I mean, I'm going to defend Nas forever for that.
Yeah.
So
he's just making music for, like, he's just making music he wants to make.
Yeah.
Like, go
Thomas Strange. Exactly. Thomas Strange is saying Highway to Hell is way worse than Little. You think so much more?
Mickey Avalon had a song just called My Dick, and people loved it, and they went nuts over WAP.
Speaking of dick, hey.
So many rock. Thank you. I just bought this. So many fucking rock bands. I bought this at a little vintage shop here in LA. But anyway,
I like it a lot.
So many fucking rock bands, and this is why it's a race thing, by the way. So many fucking rock bands have done so much satanic shit.
Rolling Stones, Sympathy for the Devil.
I mean, come the fuck on.
Eric Clapton had a song just about cocaine. The chorus was cocaine. That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly. You guys have never bitched about this. Yeah, like you want to bitch about him doing fucking lap dances. What about like Soundgarden doing like Black Hole Sun? That's clearly like some kind of satanic stuff. The video was very clearly like a cult and like very strange. Lots of bands have done this specifically about Satan.
What was that song? Discovery Channel. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. Let's do it on Discovery Channel.
Yeah. Okay.
WAP, like,
well, here's the thing.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Bloodhound Gang.
That's who it was.
Listen, Bloodhound Gang. Life's short and hard like a bodybuilding elf. So save the planet and kill yourself. Is a line by them.
Exactly.
Like, come the fuck on. Like,
brown
you guys
sugar.
are clear cherry picking. You're cherry picking because you're a bunch of racist fucking assholes.
Exactly. I mean, if you think about it,
gay people and women.
It's not even about, they want to hit where it's the satanic thing. And number one, if you really studied satanic,
because they're scared of their own dicks. That's what it is.
That's usually what it is. Sorry, they're usually closet gays. But here's the thing: it's like it's not even about the satanic thing, because really the tenets of satanic. Have you ever read there's more honor in a lot of their tenets than there are. I'm sorry, in Christianity.
We have a Satanist on my team, and she.
They don't believe in Satan, for one thing.
Yeah, no, they don't believe in Satan. They're on the up.
It's only in opposition to Christianity. It's got nothing to do with Satan.
So, okay, I do want to say I just saw a good comment here that I want to bring up before we go too far, which is how about the philosophy? Oh no, go first.
Satanism is to Christianity as all life matters is to Black Lives Matter.
Yep.
It's only
there you go.
Oppose the other.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a good example.
Exactly. You want me to show this comment?
Oh, sorry. There are many different types of Satanists.
Is that
we die around the highway?
Don't die. Shut up. Don't die.
As long as the driver keeps his eyes on the road. Right?
Yeah. So, Impact, you wanted to say something about Brennan's comment right here?
Yep. How about the philosophy of someone playing the devil's advocate when everyone else is in agreement on a council? I think that is a very valuable thing. I do that a lot. You also have to remember, I think it's good to go in and saying, I'm going to be the devil's advocate. I'm going to bring up the point that I might not agree with because it needs to be done. I think that is an important thing.
That's true, but it's also a tool of the fucking right wingers right now to be doing that shit. I'm sorry.
And I was gonna say there's also a limit to how it can work. Like, you can't be like, well, I think Black Lives Matter. Yeah, I do try to do. Yeah, but what about all lives matter? No, fuck that. That's stupid. Don't do it. But if it's
don't be oppositionally defiant. Now, to me, if you're going to be oppositionally defiant, you're basically trolling. So it's that there's a difference there too. I can see if you really want to make people skew their perspective a little so that they can learn more, or have a better when you're coming in on a council. That's fine.
And just one more thing, just to go back to what we were before. I'm very ADD. Sorry, guys. And now there's comments in front of me.
You're not ADD.
I am very ADD.
Buddy.
Oh, okay.
My
well,
show is all about ADD. Hey, Impact, we got to have you on the show, by the way, buddy. Like the ultra normal.
Yeah. Oh, totally. I don't know.
Okay.
We got to figure out what the topic would be. But
Let's just do it tomorrow. Just call in tomorrow.
Yeah, why don't you just call in? We're going to be on there. Me and Bug are going to be on there anyway.
It can straight up be. It can be Heroes 101 plus ultra normal tomorrow. Just call in tomorrow.
There you go. Hey. Hey.
What time is it?
Hey.
The after party.
Hey.
What?
Jesus Christ. Yo, can you not like rip a hole in space time? Thank you.
Yeah. What time is that?
I don't know what you did.
Rock.
Go ahead.
I think I just like metaphysically shit myself.
Do the one step beyond. Do the one step beyond intro, Rock.
I tried to say it 4 times now. I'm not going to try again. I'm going to say it one more time.
PM it to me later.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. PST.
Tomorrow.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Can you blow me where the Pampers is?
Yes.
Oh,
7 p.m. Pacific time I can do tomorrow.
There you
It's
go.
for an hour and
I
a half.
hope you're ready for chaos, my friend, because I take reins on this show and it's chaotic.
And then
Yeah.
I'm going to be exhausted by then.
Yeah. Okay. So we're talking about, and this is good. The whole video is Christian imagery, and my Satanist friends never push their beliefs on me. Have you noticed that your Satanist friends?
Can you turn the reverb off, please?
Yeah.
Is there?
You're very echoey.
It must be this little bitch. Is that better?
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Okay, that was it.
You've been doing that for like half an hour.
It looks like something else, but it's a karaoke microphone.
Sure.
It's a karaoke microphone that somebody got me from Japan. Swear to
It's
you.
It's definitely something
Okay,
else.
listen.
Always gotta be center of the room, huh?
Listen when it turns on.
Hello to sing.
Hello to sing. That's a karaoke.
I did want to point out something that Scorty said, just for fairness, which is there are many different types of Satanists. You can't define them all by one group. That's fair. I don't know enough about the religion. I just want to put that out there because
that's true. That's true.
We want to be respectful.
But I think we were just like kind of being like noteworthy as far as the most notable Satanists. The top ones are usually not about Satan. Yes. But yeah, of course, there's tons of people that actually really believe like that they're in a Luciferian, religion, and they have ideas about sacrifices and rituals and all kinds of crazy
and whatever
shit
people want to believe.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
Agreed.
Like good for you.
Well, Johnny Bang.
Well, to a degree,
it becomes a problem when they start doing sacrificial shit. That's a problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
That part's a problem. But I meant more.
Johnny Bang put up, and we'll talk about this comment in a second. I want you guys to see it. Okay, don't talk about it yet because we'll show it.
Neuroman?
Johnny Bang? Johnny, no. But I want to put this one up just to get a good laugh on it first.
It's true. I never would have thought those things could come together.
Bro, I'm gonna cry. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a better compliment paid to me. I'm emotional and I have a boner at the same time. It's really strange.
Oh God, this is scary.
I don't doing this to him. I'm in the car with him
tonight on a very special Heroes 101.
So I don't think I can top it. So I'm gonna go. Okay.
Yeah, go. Get out of here.
Okay.
All right, Kay. Love you. Bye, Shorty.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Shorty. Love you. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
What she said.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. Johnny Vang, he brought it. Okay, I'm gonna put this up again because
it was a good point.
Why is this? Tell me why is that? Why is it so much easier to hate than to love? Especially last year.
Quicker, easier, more seductive.
I think that's actually it. It's
shit. Where did that come from, Bug?
Star Wars had to come into this somewhere, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, you are wearing a Rebel hoodie.
You wearing your?
It's actually not a hoodie, but it is a shirt, though. Yeah.
Oh my God.
How did I know that? 2,000 miles away.
You can see just that. You're like, it's probably not some.
I mean, my backpack behind me has a Actually, hold on one sec.
Oh, here we go.
Are we busting out
I'm gonna
the
plug it.
evidence that we are Star Wars
from
nerds?
Razorhawk.
Oh,
Nice.
what?
Razorhawk Jack Bernate does great patches. This is one I especially ordered from him. I asked him to make me a rainbow rebel logo on a patch for my little sling bag.
Oh wait,
Can
I have
we
the
do-
same sling bag.
I love it. I use it all the time.
Can we rip that off from you and ask Bernardi? Hi, Bernardi. You're amazing.
Yeah.
That is. I want it.
Totally do it.
I totally want one.
Like, I mean, he made it. I just requested it, so I don't own like the rights to anything. So yes, do it.
That is amazing. Okay, but you guys are busting out your. So we'll put a link to Jack Bernardi too. So if you guys want, that is an amazing patch. I'm serious. Awesome. That thing should sell out.
I've had that for like. I think it's the only one he's made. I've had it for close to a year now. I love it.
Wow. That is fantastic. You guys are busting out your Star Wars stuff just to prove that you're Star Wars fans. Amateurs.
I mean,
amateurs.
Are we gonna take it there?
Amateurs.
Are we gonna take it there? Hold on.
I'm sorry. I believe I said I was Jewish, and that's kind of like a tenet to not have tattoos. But I'd have one.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some fake tattoos on you and just.
I've thought about it. I just know that it would bother my family that I had it more than it would bring me joy to have one. If that makes sense,
Yes.
Like, no, I've talked to my parents about it. My dad's like, well, they have these ones that last like a couple of years, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I want to go through like a pain of doing it for a couple of years.
Nah, you don't want to. Yeah. It'd be fun if I could remove some. I would. I hate to say it's not that I regret any. It's just that I would probably like to have. I want to put this one on for a year and then take it off, and then so.
Yeah, and like
nerd shit. Yes, it is nerd shit.
I would consider trying it, but but I want to like eventually get like a full one if I was going to do it. Anyways, the original thing was about the hate. It says it right in front of her. Why people are more likely to hate than to love. I think that's because very nice. Brendan Cox has a really good answer. Hate requires.
That's awesome, Bug. Sorry.
Brendan Cox says hate requires less patience and understanding. However, to hate someone intimately, that's nothing altogether. Yeah, I think that's part of it. I think love takes labor. Obviously you love something just because it's great and you like it, but you have to have a level of who hasn't been pissed off by something they love? Yeah. And you still love it, right? Like, we've all been pissed off by our significant others. If you haven't, you're lying. Like, one of you is lying. Like, You've got to have been annoyed with each other at some point.
I've never been annoyed with Rock. Never.
But when you hate something, you just hate them and you're done. When you love someone, you can hate them. You can be angry with them, but you not always, obviously, but you generally come back to it. It's effort. Hate doesn't take effort.
Yeah. It's true. Hate is also, if you think about it, I read something interesting. It says anything that's wrong with you today is probably a defense mechanism that you learned in your childhood. And, and if you think about it, a lot of us learn that there's a song, Gray wrote a song that has Gray Gould did that has a line that says being mad beats being sad, so I say give it a shot. Oh God, you guys. But
yes, it comes on the road with me.
True. That's awesome. You have your blankie comforter equivalent.
It's my emotional support Grogu.
That's awesome. I love Grogu. I wanted one for Christmas. Oh my God. Are we pulling out dolls right now? I don't have any right now.
Excuse me. Action
figures. Plushie.
Go fuck yourself. But okay, getting back to hang on 2 seconds. I don't know, I'm not gonna pull that up. I'm gonna keep us on topic. And I love Grogu.
Someone has to be the adult in the room, and now I can see each other. We actually can.
Right, exactly. I'm gonna take you down now. Impact, by the way, you need one of these. I think I should just tell Vector to start selling them. He'll do.
I'd buy one. If Vector made one of me, I'd buy them.
He did one. Misfit and Greg commissioned him to do one of our friend Rick, who passed away, but he did it really is amazing. Rick was He was one of the stunt doubles for the Incredible Hulk. And when he passed away, Greg and Misfit had Vector do one. So if you guys want one, I mean, we weren't trying to push these today, but look at the detail in that. She's got my pants. She's got my pants and my boots. You know what? Impact knows those boots because I fell when they were much higher. They used to be much higher. And I fell on both of my knees, and Impact had to break out his first aid kit and save my bloody knees.
But yeah, be a real hero that day.
You did. You're a hero. See, look at this. We need to push these.
No, I will buy one.
You should buy one. They're amazing.
I'll message Vector later.
Yeah, these things are badass. Okay, so what were we saying? As far as never pull out. Thanks, Brennan. We're talking about love and hate, and yes, I hate to say it, but that Star Wars quote is just it's so much easier and so much more. You're defending yourself when you're angry. So it becomes this almost like your security blanket. You know that if you get angry, you're not going to spend the next day crying. You're gonna just stay angry, and that's usually an easier emotion to deal with than grieving or just being completely sad. But it's only a temporary thing, and it just makes when you finally process it that much worse. I'm not a psychiatrist, but I know what I've gone through and had therapy for, and if you don't let yourself be sad because someone pissed you off, even in an online argument, I hate to say it, no one's ever going to admit it, but we get our feelings hurt when we people talk some shit, and you know it. Sometimes they'll say something that's a little too close to the mark, and you fluff your feathers up and act like that didn't hurt me, and I'm going to come back twice as hard on you. But in reality, some of that got in, and you went, okay, you know what? They did get that. I'll never let them know. It's not healthy. That's why another reason why engaging isn't a healthy option. Yeah. So,
plus anger is like what Sifu always say? It's like the bazooka. It's like if you're, a lot of the martial arts we were taught are lethal responses to things. So you have to know what they can do if you're going to pull them out and use them on someone who's trying to hurt you. And that's the same thing with anger. It's a bazooka. It can be a bazooka.
Which is why we need to have a show on martial arts, because Impact knows I wanted to get more into Aikido. So we joined an Aikido group here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And the reason is because the stuff that we were taught for all those years is, like he said, they're lethal responses. Old school showed us that when we were teaching free LGBT self-defense seminars at the center in San Francisco while he was here. We did it for years. Every Saturday we would do it for the youth because we wanted to make sure that LGBT youth knew how to personal safety, how to defend themselves. But old school would come in there and show us the non-lethal, because we were trying our best to show them how to stop your attacker. But a lot of it was a little tough, a little too much. So I'm glad that old school came in and showed us, okay, this is a way to do this without you're taking someone's eye out or you're
right or like
to their throat,
Because even like you punch them in the face, and like you can mess someone up like that. That's not always lethal, but even just when they show punch them in the face, punch them in the chest, you can do some serious damage to people.
Yeah, you can. It's not like the movies.
Yeah, like getting hit in the eye or in the nose, like if you break someone's nose, you impact their breathing. If you hit someone in the eye, they might not be able to see out of that one eye for a while. And obviously, if they're trying to legitimately hurt you, fuck them.
Yeah, if there's no recourse, that's what we teach. That's ultimately. It's what we ultimately teach our students now. We have these seminars that we do now for any at-risk, anybody basically around. And when we do them, we always tell them, we are teaching you to only do this if you have nowhere to run, if you have no other recourse this is life and death. That's what we're teaching. We're not teaching you so that the next time you're mad at someone who stole your parking, that you can go out and you can half fist them right in the neck. That's not what we're teaching.
Right, exactly.
So, with this, the parallel I want to make to the online arguing is sometimes we say shit that cannot be taken back. And you know what? It says more about us than it does about the person that we're saying it about. It really does. I've seen some ugly come out of my friends, and at first I laugh and I go, "Oh, damn, that was a really good cut." But then I'm thinking to myself, that is really harsh.
Yeah.
So, I'm more impressed with the person, that guy right down there sometimes, who actually came back and made it more humanized, and more connecting, and found an affinity, than I am the person who's like, "Oh, fuck you, I can show you I'm," yeah, that's flexing. Flexing is so 1990s. It's just so not. I'm sorry. If I see a guy if I see a dude who's all hella buff and everything, and that's all he ever posts about, I'm like, show me your big brain. Show me that big ass brain.
That's not to tell our workout friends that we don't appreciate all the hard work they put in.
Oh no, not at all. Let me do a disclaimer on that. I freaking love working out. Got my brothers into it with me now, and it's really I love doing it. I love when people respect their body, they respect their own health, to whatever end that, if you want to work out, if you want to work your ass off, great. I'm saying that one-dimensional flexing, whether it be online with your mouth, or even just all you do is ever post up, flexing stuff. Is that all you know how to do? You're so one-trick pony. Come on,
At least get a second trick. No.
Yeah, get a second trick, okay? Judo chop. Yes, judo chops are very. There's judo chops. Someone's asking about judo chops, neck shots, and stuff in the comments. People used to laugh at that. You got to go back and watch Taken.
Oh man, so many chops.
He takes out everybody with just
so many chops.
Whenever people do laugh, I always say this. For those of you watching home, I can actually show you how to do this. Take the side of your hand and just there's the muscle right there. Lightly hit it. Lightly. Imagine hitting it and feel how weird that feels. Imagine going really fast.
Yeah, guys, these are your carotid artery, right? It takes only just a tiny amount of pressure
I'm not even talking about the artery.
To knock your ass out.
If you hit the muscle right here,
even the muscle right there.
Oh yeah, even just the muscle, but
rubbing it right now is very uncomfortable. If you do that and hit fast, that knocks people out for a reason because it hurts.
If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this online as much as we can, just with our hands. We will teach you guys. We could do that. Because we all know how to deliver a really good chop and bring it back really fast and where to be. But swear, if any of you come back and tell the courts, and I'll tell you all about how that works, because if you even put it up online or anything, that's the first thing that investigative people in the courts do. They go investigate. Did you say that you were going to karate chop people anywhere? Did you, so if they come and investigate me, everything they're going to find me saying is, I told you not to do that unless someone was going to kill you. So we'll teach you guys some. At some point, the guy from Taken is just not the best guy to be related to.
There were how many movies? 3?
Only the third one he got kidnapped.
Dude, God, right? Let's keep your awareness. Did your daughter not learn anything? Did you? Anyway.
Liam Neeson's.
He's amazing. Okay.
Liam Neeson's daughter.
We only have
Liam Neeson's.
We're going to end this.
Liam Neeson's Liam Neeson.
We said we were going to end this at 7 and our 90 minutes, so we've only got a few minutes left.
So in that case, I did this thing I wanted to add for something we brought up earlier. Back to the original topic. We had said I think you had asked, like, does anyone ever listen when it's just scathing comments and the thing that I like to think about is exactly. No one's ever going to listen to an argument if you're just saying, hey, dipshit, this is wrong.
You're already putting him on defensive.
Yeah, they're just gonna be like, no, fuck you. No, I'm not wrong. But if you go into an argument like, hey, listen, I understand, and I really like to preface like, listen, I understand what you're trying to say. I get that. I mean, obviously only do it if you can kind of figure out if you can internalize the angle they're coming from. I get why you think illegal immigration is bad because you're worried about them taking money out of taxes or losing jobs. I understand that. But think of it from this perspective. That at least, if they're not a complete asshole, they might actually listen to you and be like pay attention. And that's one of the things I do. And again, this is not going to work 100% of the time. I don't think it's going to work 50% of the time. But it's going to work like 30% of the time. And then 30% of the time.
It's worth trying.
What does it hurt me to try?
It doesn't hurt you. And it's honing your skill. It's honing that skill we're talking about.
Unlike getting angry and engaging by being angry, I don't really lose out if they don't listen. Because I'm not getting my blood up. I'm not getting pissed off to have the fight. I'm working to empathize, having the conversation. If they don't listen, I just go, well, that's too bad.
There you go. If anybody's going to take anything from this, take that. Because he's talking about empathy. If the next time, and I'm going to do this, I promise, this is going to be my mantra when I breathe in, because we all need to freaking breathe in. So breathe in and go, what am I trying to do with this? And if your intention, just like with almost everything you do in life, if your intention is good, then follow it. If you know your intention is shitty, and be honest with yourself, then if you're going to hone that being shitty skill, that's on you. What are you cultivating? On the other hand, if you're honing I just took a breath, I may not be a badass here, but really I'm not a badass because empty vessels make the most noise, right? If you're really how many rich people do you know have to go, oh, I'm so rich? How many strong martial artists, killer people have to go, I'm so tough, I can kill you? Anybody who's got it or who is it doesn't have to tell you that they are. They don't have to show you. So,
if you know the people who go, I'm a black belt, usually don't know what they're talking about. The people who walk with the swagger like they're a black belt are the ones you watch out for. The people who, like, I believe it's from Game of Thrones, any man who has to say he's a king is not a king.
There you go. That's it. Exactly. It's I think Brennan was saying something. The initiated recognize that those who need to flex are not confident, have something to prove, or both. Confident people who have seen a thing or two never flex or showboat. And that's why I need to stop, because I'm not proving anything to anybody except just that I need to, be a loudmouth. And that's just,
it's like, you wouldn't go around calling yourself, Sifu rock and roll to prove that you know martial arts. You just walk around like you know it.
That's why, and I
would.
Another thing that I want to bring.
Some people would.
Yeah, it's just like, I hate to say it. Some people have. I know that also, if you think about it, like the people that I trust when I find out that they're Christians, this is a topic for another time, but they never say they're Christians and they never come at you trying to push Christianity. And then I'm like, you're a really good example of that thing. Or just
just religion in general.
Yeah, religion in general.
Like,
exactly.
let's be cool to everybody. Religion in general, like, there's bad Jews out there. There's bad everybody. Like, and there's good everybody.
Yeah.
So
just don't drink bad juice.
By the way, I just want to point out your little person is right above your name right here.
I just noticed that. Yeah, I'm like,
it's like a little icon. It's perfect. It's like,
it's like, hi.
Wait,
a little rock and roll.
If I can make it work.
Yes.
There we go. By the way, you guys,
put that right.
Put it right there. Now, Bug, you need to have this guy right above yours, so you got to figure out a way to.
Yeah, but I can't because you got
Yeah, but I was.
I have to have him like on my shoulder in this room to have
You
that.
could. You could have him like Grogu. You know what? We have a couple minutes left, guys. I think we should open it up because I think they got what they're gonna get from the show. You guys want to? You can. What do you guys think? You want to be brave? Want to take a couple minutes of ask us anything you want?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
AMA, except for our secret identities.
Except our secret identities, but you can ask us
so
anything you want, and we will answer them right now. So you get just 5 minutes, and then we're done with it. So, what do you want to ask us? I'm waiting. Look, they're all not brave anymore.
There's also
there's a delay.
There's a delay.
Oh, there's a delay. Oh, okay.
Because I'm watching it. Like there's like a 4 or 5 second delay.
Oh, okay.
Least.
Yeah.
So it's your one chance.
You know, Old School's in that chat room. He's not scared.
Yeah. Discordia will ask us shit. You know that.
How do you take a screenshot with the guys? This is not my MacBook. This is one of Victor's.
Do the quick way.
How do you do a screenshot?
Do the Windows and print screen button.
We got one. Pineapple on pizza.
Wrong.
Fucking awesome.
Wrong.
It's amazing. I love it. It's the best. Give me pineapple every single time.
Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I had it in Hawaii. It was fucking awesome.
It's awesome, right?
Not as big a fan of the macadamia nuts they sometimes put on, like in Hawaii.
Yeah, I don't know about the macadamia. How do you take the screenshot, bud, real quick? Because I want to put this up.
Windows and the upper right key that says print screen. Your screen will flash when you do it right.
Who is the better cook, you or Rock? I'm gonna go with me, but I assume you're talking to those two.
Oh, if you're talking about me and Rock, that's not even a contest. She's thinking about it right now.
No,
She's thinking about cooking. There's a portion of her brain specifically dedicated to cooking that I don't have.
Hand wraps or gloves? I prefer neither, personally.
It depends. You know, I have motorcycle gloves that let your fingers. Those are awesome. That let your fingers stick out, and then they have the padding right there because they're motorcycle gloves. By the way, if you guys can afford it and you want to invest motorcycle gear for RLSH, mine 10 years and I've still had my motorcycle gear. Even riding my motorcycle all the time. It rocks. It's amazing. Hardcover or soft cover? Wait, Impact. If you did not operate in Florida, where would you want to? Ooh, that's a good question. Where would you move, Mofo, if you could?
I mean, that's such a hard question. Obviously, there's always going to be a part of me that loves North Carolina. That's where I got my start as Impact. That's not where I'm from originally. But I said part of me loves it. There's a nostalgia there. The community there's. We're not going to talk about that. Obviously San Diego is always going to be big on my list because that's where the XGL is from, which I'm a member of. San Francisco I would love to work in. I almost lived in New York instead of moving to Mississippi. So
whoa, that's
remember that? Remember that?
Yeah, dude, almost so close.
No, I literally had a job offer in both, and the one in Mississippi was better. It didn't end up lasting, but the one in New York would have been cool, and I sometimes think about where my life would have gone, but I'm pretty happy I didn't take it now looking back.
Are you seeing what Old School's asking you? He's giving a couple of lectures in Pensacola next month. Want to come up and say hi? Whoa, yes.
Yeah, we'll have to work out the details, but yes. Actually, depending on when it is, I might be driving back from Georgia.
Yeah. Hardcover or soft cover, as in books? If I want to keep one, I often have like 2 copies of the same book because I'll want to bend the shit out of the soft cover. I'm not kidding. I'll like read it upside down. I'll read it and it just gets destroyed because I love it. But then I'll have a hardcover also. That's why we have too many books here.
Brennan Cox, boost your knowledge or boost your wisdom. I don't know. If I boost my knowledge, I get more skill points. But if I boost my wisdom, I'm better at perceiving things.
I'd like to think
let me roll.
I'd like to think I currently have a stronger wisdom, so maybe knowledge would be better. Like I think wisdom is is one of my higher stats. So I'd have to go with knowledge.
Yeah, I think knowledge will boost your wisdom.
But knowledge is power.
Yeah. Knowledge is power. Yeah, knowledge is power. I can't believe you guys aren't asking harder questions than these. Yeah. That's fine. If I said, ooh,
I mean, the not operating in Florida one was actually kind of hard. There's a lot of places I'd like to be.
Yeah. Books are like friends, break their spines every once in a while.
Says the guy who said he's building up enough karma points so he can rip a hooker in half.
Good Samaritan, I'm coming for you.
Okay, that's it.
And Jaguar too.
One last question. That's it, and then we're piecing out.
What's in my pocket?
What's in my pocket?
What do I have in my pocket?
Nothing.
Or string, or okay. All right. I guess with that, thank you guys.
Remember, they're on delay. We can't get impatient with them.
Oh no, yeah. Right. Okay, so let's see the one. That's right. They're on a delay, so we'll give you like a minute.
Oh no, I mean we're
no. Okay.
I'm reading the caption. Says we're already at the "What's in my pocket" part. Yeah. I'm looking back in time and watching the captions go.
You're psyching my brain out. Okay, guys.
I'm psyching my own brain out. This is very weird for me.
Thank you so much for being with us tonight on this 40 years younger or $40 million. $40 million.
$40 million because I would be not born.
And I love this age, this me. I don't want to go backwards in time.
I could go back to 8 years old and start planning really well right now, though, I think, and get that $40 million.
You could. You
and be hot again at the same time.
Be hot.
You're hot now.
Bug. I'm gonna hit you.
Like, yeah.
I'm gonna hit on you.
Yeah, hit on him. He's cute.
Can't we do both, baby?
Okay, so $40 million. Easy. How old are you? To who? Me? Oh, I am. I will proudly say it. I'm 58 and proud of it. That's right. 58.
Depends who you ask. Some people say that I look like I'm 12. Other people would say that my driver's license says I'm 32.
Rock has a constant supply of Gelfling in the background that she drains the essence of. That's what's going on there.
It's just the blood of younger men, honey.
Thomas Strange, I agree.
Yep. You would do Bug? Oh yeah.
The Bug.
You should do Bug. He's man. Yeah, that's all I have to say. 58. Yes, see, I am 58 this year. I am an old bag, but you know what?
I've seen your driver's license.
To my driver's license.
It's true.
I think that it's seriously, and when they say it's all in your mind, yeah, it is paired with what do you eat? Because I eat really well. I eat microgreens every morning and you guys have seen it, right? And you got to keep your body moving. Bodies in motion tend to stay in motion. Bodies at rest tend to stay at rest. 58, yes. And I try to keep up with as much as I can. I have a younger husband, so I have to. So, yeah. I know, right? All right. Anyway, I am, you guys, and I've never said this in the real life superhero world. I don't think I have. I'm a grandma. I just became a grandma last year. My very first grandchild was born. So in 2020, even though it was a fucked up year, the best thing that came out of it is we all got some perspective, and I got a beautiful little grandbaby.
I became an uncle.
You became an uncle, see?
His first birthday was yesterday.
Oh, geez. Oh my God, that was a quick year.
And my sister's 30th was 2 days ago.
Jeez, Louise, that was a quick year because I remember when he was born. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to New York. I'm gonna go meet my grandbaby for the first time. I waited a whole year, until we all got vaccinated. So yeah. Anyway. Okay, guys, we're gonna go, and old school says age ain't nothing. Right, old school? We can take them down, right? Right? No, we can't. They can outrun us. No, wait, maybe not. But we're gonna go. We love you guys very much, and we don't just. I mean, to me, it's not disingenuous. I love talking to you guys. You guys make my day. You make me forget about everything. This was a blast.
Rock and Roll has paid $100,000 for her services and does not love any of you.
You know what I love? I love that we don't hear the Blog Talk Radio girl lady saying. What did she used to say? Yeah, right. Blog Talk Radio is ending in 10 seconds. I'm like, bitch, we're still talking. So, okay. So thank you guys so much. We will see you on Ultra Normal. We will put the link Ultra Normal Podcast. Just look it up. It's on Facebook, and you can just click right there. The three of us. How funny! You're gonna be there, Impact? That's hilarious.
I said I'm gonna be there.
I said it's the after party for this show.
He asked me to be in, and I said yes, and I can't back out because you all saw.
That's right. Z's gonna be.
That's
talking
the way to really get me to do
shit
things is agree to it in public, and I can
in public. Yeah, like hold you to the fire.
Because I'm a man of my word.
So that's tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific.
That's why I
time.
never agree to anything.
Okay?
That's going to be exhausting.
I just drag him in. All right, guys. Love you very much. Please, everybody stay safe. We want to see that you're all still here tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So with that, I don't even know how to end this. This is our first one. Okay, I guess I hit this little
Bangarang!
Bangarang. Next time we're going to have confetti. I swear to God. Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.
Talk to you later. Stay super. I don't know. What do we say, guys? We got to come up with something really
We'll come up
fun
with
to do
something.
here. Yeah, we will.
Don't do dumb things.
Don't do dumb things. Peace, bruh. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I can do this.